What's going on, my friends? Welcome to episode 180 of the Get Your Game On podcast. Covered for your everything New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national, and international sports. Hosted by yours truly, Aaron Grassani, Joseph Cunningham, Alex Rich, and special guest Nick Fariq. You can tune in to podcast on various platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Music, iRadio, and YouTube. Our show follows on social media at GayGamFree. With all that said, it's time to get your game on. Yo, guys, it's not be around the bush here. We got a very, very special guest joining us here today. Does a lot of great work covering the New York Jets for amNewYork. Also covers the Eagles for Philly Sports Network. Also, you cover the New York Rangers too. Am I correct?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. Also,
Hey, I thought this was Alex. Yes, you should have Alex.
Also, remember the PFA writers. Also, teaches professor at Rock Nation School. This guy is everywhere. We are so happy to welcome to the show, Nick Fariq. Nick, welcome to the show, buddy. How you doing?
Thank you, guys. Happy to be on.
Hey, Adam, I thought this was Alex's guest. Don't the person that brings the guest gets to introduce the guest?
Oh, that is right. That's right. My apologies, Alex. If you want, you can do your own introduction.
Yo, that was a good introduction, but next time, I thought we made that a rule since season 1, my boy.
You're right.
Adam, who was the first guest we had on the show?
The first, it was your uncle, right?
Alan Jenkins. And Nick, we've been doing this. Now, this is our 180th episode, Nick.
Incredible.
Oh my
Congrats,
God,
guys. That's awesome.
Time fly.
We
were literally on me and my friend, me and Alex, Michael, and another one of our friends who unfortunately had to leave. We were all just chatting on Zoom, and I was like, "Let's start a podcast." And boom, look at what happened.
That's how it works.
It
All
was
right,
with Chris Curran and David Heller.
yeah, if you're listening to this, we missed you, buddy.
And Chris, come back for season 3.
All right, but Nick, we brought you on here for you can only guess the reason why we brought you on here. We will talk about the Eagles. I want to ask you some questions about them, but we got up with all the news surrounding Aaron Rodgers tearing his Achilles. He's gonna be out for the year, and he's gonna be out for the year. And now there's a lot of questions surrounding his future, not just for the Jets, but his career in general. But Nick, I wanted to ask you first. I wanted to open up with this. Covering the Jets, I wanted to ask you, what was going through your head, A, when you first saw the injury, and B, what was going through your mind, as you saw him, getting carted off the field and everything. What was going through your mind? Because I'm sure there's a lot of players. Just those players at the game, and Curse Lazar actually said that. I forget what he said, but he's like, "Oh, the stadium went dropped or something." So I want to ask you about that. What was your reaction to that?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal. You come in with all that excitement. The place was rocking for a good few hours beforehand, and then it was just kind of dashed away in the span of 75 seconds. It was pretty overwhelming, and it was pretty shocking how quickly that crowd turned. But to the Jets' credit, and to the team's credit, going down 13-3, then it was 13-6, then it was 13-13. So the Jets battled back pretty hard, and the crowd, they weren't just subdued, and they didn't act subdued once they started to play better. It started to get a lot louder. It started to get like a ruckus crowd as if Rodgers was playing. So the highs and lows of an NFL game were very clearly shown right then and there, just because of how everything transpired so quickly. It was definitely a special moment, particularly the ending, the punt return for a touchdown.
Oh my God.
Truly incredible stuff. It was something out of Deshaun Jackson.
Remember that?
That's exactly what it's like. Well, I thought oh my God, I'm getting Deshaun Jackson flashbacks.
Yo, Adam, it must be a sucky week for you. Cowboys win and Jets win. God bless this country.
Are you
God
ever
bless
gonna
this.
shut up about that? He's literally been talking about that for like the past ever since Sunday. He's been taunting me about
Because you've been talking shit about my Giants suck. 40-0. Y'all lost at home.
You've never seen either of your teams win a Super Bowl. And no, diapers don't count.
I saw him win when I was 4 or 5, so you can kiss my ass.
Diapers don't count, I said.
I was 5. I was watching football back then. Hey, Adam. When was the last time you kissed a girl or even touched a woman?
I literally did it on my date a couple of weeks ago.
About time, Adam. I bet me, Nick, and Alex all have in common. We get great women and good-looking women, and have better football teams than you. Say yeah.
Nick, if you couldn't tell, this is a very fun podcast we have here.
And
No,
Nick,
definitely.
All right, Michael. Go if you want. Instead of roasting me, why don't you go ahead? We have a guest on. Go ahead, ask away, Michael.
Hey Nick, you mind if I roast Adam some more before I ask you this question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey Adam, one last roast before I ask Nick a question? How the hell you lose 40-0 at home and you missed a field goal and the Cowboys blocked it? Explain yourself.
I explained myself last episode. Once that blocked field goal happened, the Cowboys completely took control of the momentum, and the Giants had no answer. I think that falls on the head. I think that's a bad look on the head coach. I really think that's a bad look, on the team that you can just lose momentum like that.
And
Now
I
it's
got a question for Nick. Who's your favorite Eagle?
but want to see how they respond against the Cardinals. But yeah, not what you want.
I got a question for the homie Nick. Who's your favorite Eagle and who's your favorite quarterback in Eagle history?
It's got to be McNabb. McNabb, he was the one that I grew up watching. He's the one I grew up idolizing. So it is far and away Donovan McNabb to me.
Who's your favorite Eagle? Your favorite quarterback is Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, definitely.
Who's your favorite player of all time in Eagle history? My cousin was an Eagle player. Let's just say that. My cousin was a well-known Eagles player.
Your cousin's the Randall?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, it's really cool.
You can tell by my last name. You can tell by my last name, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I mean, it's, I think McNabb is still my favorite Eagle. I know the easy picks, they're Dawkins and Bednarik, Carmichael, even Cunningham itself. But I truly feel, again, particularly because he grew up, in my generation, he was playing in my generation. He owns every single statistical passing record. I think McNabb deserves his credence up at the top of that list.
You guys had Terrell Owens. That was a disaster for you guys.
Yeah, it's a shame that it ended the way it did. But even before Owens, I mean, you go to 4 straight conference title games, 4 straight division championships. Philadelphia hadn't seen that level of success ever. So you kind of appreciate that time for what it was, particularly because they had gone through so many quarterbacks to that point. It was a special time.
I ain't gonna be lying. When I used to play Madden in 2005, I would always use the Eagles because of that combination between Terrell Owens and Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, that was a dangerous one.
So how old are you? You said you were a Donovan McNabb fan, so I'm guessing you're in your late 20s.
26, yeah.
All right.
Damn, you're a year younger than me. 27.
No shit, Adam. You know math. Congratulations. You want a cookie?
All right. Getting back on the Jets here, Nick. I mean, I want to continue about that game and how they responded, because you could all. I mean, we respect how the fans are going to. Imagine how the players are going to. Imagine what was going to Garrett Wilson's head. What was going to Dallas Gardner's head. Like, I remember Garrett Wilson. Was it Gardner or was it Wilson? I'm not sure, but one of the two, like Aaron Rodgers literally said to him, "Sorry, kid." Like, it was just very heart wrenching. But for them to, for them to bounce back, for them to pull it together, Garrett Wilson makes that incredible, incredible catch to the touchdown. The defense comes up with some big stops, and then obviously the punt return at the end to win it. That was obviously a very impressive win. And what really showed me, Nick, is that yes, the blow for the Aaron Rodgers is a really devastating blow for this team. Like there's no really words to describe it, but this Jets team is still a solid team. Even without them, they're still a solid team. So I wanted to ask you like how does this Rodgers injury change your expectations, knowing that Yahweh Brains is like virtually irreplaceable at least overnight, but how they were able to respond. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, personally, for fans and analysts, the expectations are going to, change because it's Zach Wilson at quarterback and not Rodgers. But expectations haven't changed in the locker room. We went over today to Florham Park. We listened to Salah on Tuesday. Their message has been the same. They feel that they can compete with Zach Wilson at a high level. And it's hard to argue when Zach Wilson comes into the second half and has the second half that he does, and they beat a team like the Buffalo Bills, who many thought – with the third best team in the conference for a good portion of the last couple of years. So Monday night was a big win. And I think it gives the confidence to show that even without Rodgers, this team can be a very, very dangerous out come playoff time.
Yeah, definitely. Because look at what talents they have on defense: Quentin Williams, Sauce Gardner, and the weapons they have. Obviously Garrett Wilson. Like this is a really, really, really talented. This is a really talented roster.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it from every phase and every level of the roster. Particularly on the defensive side. But you have about 2 to 3 All-Pro, Pro Bowl talent at every position group. On offensive line, it's Mekhi Becton, Elijah Vera Tucker. You've got Garrett Wilson, Jeremy Rucker, Uzama, Sauce, Reed. Whitehead had 3 picks. It seems that every week this is a team that can challenge.
Whitehead.
It's just it's every week we're looking at the Jets, and someone can easily step up because there's so many different avenues for them to win football games. And now it's going to come down to Wilson. If he can play at an average level, I think the Jets are going to be still highly competitive. I think they'll easily make the playoffs if Wilson plays at that kind of level as well.
Yeah, definitely. I really think the big question mark, with this team is obviously at quarterback because we all know how bad Zach Wilson was last year. You could make the argument last year that with average quarterback play, the Jets, not only make the playoffs, but they're actually contenders, and Zach Wilson just fell so short of that. Now going to next year, I really feel like this year with Zach Wilson, this is gonna be his make or break year. Now, as devastating as Aaron Rodgers' injury is, this is gonna be his chance to prove that he can still be a solid star for that or at the very least or at the very least but the very least an average starter in today's game. So I want to ask you about Zach Wilson and how the Rodgers injury affects him.
Yeah, I think it comes down to execution. When Wilson threw his pick in the third quarter, it was a really bad interception to Milano. Really just kind of threw it right to him. And last season, over the last couple of years, you looked at it and it was he'd make a mistake and then it would snowball into more mistakes, and it would just snowball out of control. And that's particularly what happened towards the down stretch, where they lost 6 in a row to end the season. This is a different Zach Wilson, and you kind of saw that on Monday night after the interception. He went 9 for 13, 99 yards, and a touchdown. He was highly efficient, highly effective, even with his legs, picked up a couple of key first downs, got the team in scoring range, and was able to score a touchdown to Mr. Garrett Wilson. So this team is clearly primed and ready to handle anything that comes their way, but they can easily handle a backup quarterback if they just play up to their level.
Yeah, that's the one thing because we all know how the NFL works, like in the NFL in particular, it's hard to win without a true stud at the quarter, whether at the very least a top 10 or a top half of the league guy. The one exception you can think of recently is the 2016 Broncos. Is the 2016 Broncos where Peyton was a shell of himself, but and also you could also argue 2018, although Foles played well during that stretch, but that's like one thing. That's the one thing about this injury that really sucks Nick, because while I still think it just could be competitive, it's like losing him, like at the very least, realistically, like you could make the argument with how well they just played that with Rodgers they'd be a Super Bowl contender, and now without him, like expectations are obviously gonna change. Like it's not like the NFL isn't like the NHL where like last year the Avalanche went with Darcy Kemper in goal, and this year the Golden Knights went with Ian Hill in goal. Like for most of the time in the NFL, like you need like a stud of the game's most important. The game's most important position.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you about that and how Rodgers' injury changed expectations for his team.
Yeah, I think you looked at it pretty early too, where going into OTAs, he had basically said that he was going to be around for everything. And he was there. He was through, he didn't miss a day of camp. He didn't miss a day of OTAs. And that was pretty significant because the team sort of rallied around him. And you saw the investment that Rodgers made in the organization that kind of makes it even more depressing because he had the investment and now he can't see that investment out until 2024. I think he's going to return, but it was definitely a sucker punch to the Jets in the moment. But it kind of shows just how good this coaching staff is. Robert Saleh sort of regathered the troops and had them ready to play in the second half. And boy, did they play. They were looking very good.
Yeah, I'll ask one more before I give it over to Michael or Alex here. I mean, and this is obviously about Aaron Rodgers. He has, we all know how devastating, an Achilles injury. It's one of the hardest, injuries, to come back from. Like, look at Kobe Bryant, look at Kevin Durant, look at Evan Durant. A lot of those guys, Kevin Durant did bounce back well from the injury, but he still missed a lot of time. So I want to ask you, Nick, what is your confidence level, in Aaron Rodgers like returning? Because I'm gonna be honest. I said last episode, like I'm kind of skeptical because the Achilles injury. We all know how bad of injury is. He's getting up there in age, I'm not. I think Aaron Rodgers will want to play. I just don't know how effective he's going to be coming off that injury. So I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on Rodgers, future with not only with the Jets but in the NFL in general?
Yeah, I spoke to a couple of doctors last couple of days to see what the recovery period would look like, and it seems that everyone believes he's going to be able to make a full recovery and be highly effective in 2024. So I don't think there's going to be any concern with that. And his comments today on Instagram, ownership, coaching staff, they all believe, and it seems that Rodgers believes he's going to be back with the Jets in 2024. So I think the effectiveness will still be there. I think he'll still be an unbelievable passer. But the other piece to it, the Achilles injury in basketball affects players a lot differently than in the NFL. With basketball players use their Achilles. They strain their Achilles a lot because that's the muscle they use a lot. Football, that's not really the case. It's obviously still a muscle you got to work, but at the same time, particularly with Rodgers, when it's not on a plant leg, it significantly limits the lack of ability that it's going to cost you. So he should be perfectly fine after his surgery, and I expect him to play at a high level next season.
Yeah, I mean, for Jets fans' sake, I hope that's the case. For Jets fans' sake, I hope that's the case.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, Mr. Jets fan, you've been quiet this whole time. Go ahead, the floor is yours.
What you said?
I said the floor is yours, Mr. Jets fan.
Hey, today, in the words of the almighty great Ice Cube, today was a good day in Monday. We were down 13-3, Adam. First of all, we haven't beat the Bills trailing. We only beat the Bills trailing one time. We are 3-0. Zach Wilson, I'll give him credit. He's 3-0 against the Bills. Am I right or wrong?
He's 3-0 against the Bills. That's crazy.
So basically, Zach Wilson owns Bill country. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
We were supposed to lose that game after Rodgers got hurt. I read them off. I was like, Rodgers, we're screwed. Kiss the year goodbye. But I think a little Aaron Rodgers, shrugged off on, Zach Wilson. Because last year I was saying Zach Wilson ain't shit. He's terrible. He's a terrible QB. He got to go. He ain't the answer. How can I explain this? The Jets have a great curse. You know what I mean? The AFC Championship game, their quarterback gets hurt. And then 03, Chad Pennington gets hurt. You know what I mean? They win the division title. Chad Pennington. It's every time we get a great quarterback, like they get hurt. Mark Sanchez, who led us to 2 AFC championships, started partying with younger women. That kind of ruined our chances. I'm gonna say this, Adam. 2024, Aaron Rodgers is not gonna retire. I'm gonna say that straight up. He will not retire.
I don't think he's gonna retire. No.
I thought he probably would have retired after this year if he didn't get hurt. You know what I mean?
I think if he did get hurt, he would be back next year.
He would be back or wouldn't?
Would be.
I say he's going to win at least a championship for the Jets. We're going to the. I think he could play one game in the playoffs if we can get him healthy. But this is Achilles injury. It's the worst injury you can do in sports.
All right. So Michael, what's your question for Nick?
So, if you write for the Jets, how come you're an Eagle fan? That's what I want to know.
I get paid, man. That's my job.
I know that's right.
I literally know someone who a close friend, a good friend of mine from Montclair, who she's a Rangers fan, and then she ended up covering the Devils. Like beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, it's part of the grind, part of the job.
Exactly.
Apologies,
hey Nick, let's all be real. We all have hatred for the Giants.
I apologize, guys. I have to step off tonight. Kind of get some sleep.
Really? Can you take one more question from Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's start wrapping it up.
So my question going
to Eagles related. So you ask him something about the Eagles.
I am. Going into tomorrow night's game, I know cornerback James Bradbury will be missing the game, and I wanted your thoughts on how the safety position will be utilized tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think I think it's going to be all three safeties are going to play a lot. You know, Sidney Brown, Justin Evans, and Terrell Edmonds. I think all of them are going to get a lot of playing time. The question is going to be their effectiveness with Nakobe Dean out. It looks like the linebacking duo is going to be Christian Ellis and Nick Morrow and Zach Cunningham. So a lot of stuff up in the air, and I think That's the one weakness for the Eagles tomorrow. They can't really defend the middle of the field very well without their top linebacker, without their top safety. So they could be in for a rough one if they don't get interior pressure.
Alex, imagine your Eagles don't win the division this year.
They very well could. This Cowboys team looks legit. All right.
What's the respect on Cowboy Nation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, Nick, you say you have to go, so we're gonna let you go here. We thank you so much for coming on. Talking Jets, talking Eagles with you. It was a blast having you on, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Before you go, one last thing here.
Tell
us where all just can find you.
Yeah, so Twitter is Nick_Faria, Faria 1720.
Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, Twitter has no longer exist. They go by X, which is stupid as hell. Stupid Twitter.
Twitter, X, call it whatever you want. I don't care.
It sounds like a porn site. X.
The guy who recently bought Twitter, he's an interesting character, that's all I'm going to say.
It sounds like porn now. It's X.
Yeah.
What are we trying to exhibit the rapper now?
Yeah. All right, but Nick, we didn't talk about you. Welcome back anytime. Don't be a stranger.
Definitely talk to you guys.
Go Cowboys.
See you guys.
Go Giants. All right, but that was Nick Fariq. Great to have him on. Great to get his thoughts on great to get his thoughts on
well, it's a hot take, baby.
Right. Get his thoughts on the Jets and the Eagles. So I got some thoughts on the Giants, but did you want to save it for after the hot take?
Yeah, let's save it. I went last time, so it's between you and Alex.
All right. Yeah, that is right. You did go last time. So.
Adam, I had a debate for you and Alex to do. I had a perfect debate for you guys. You guys should do it.
All right, hold on. Let me make sure. I think it's your. I think. Wait, is it? Let's see. I actually believe that, Michael. It's still your turn.
No, I went already. I went twice.
Yeah, one problem. I think you're 5-2, correct?
Yeah, I went last
episode. You were 5-2, so you're 6-2. Me and I'm 3-6, and Alex is 6-3.
Yeah, I remember I did one episode. I went twice, so it was either between you and that.
All right.
I prepared a debate for you guys.
All right, you guys want to do? All right, Alex, you want to do a debate?
You versus Alex.
Right.
That Joel Embiid is a current better player than Kevin Durant. That'll be a hell of a debate between you two.
Currently a better player than Kevin Durant.
I
agree. The only problem, I agree with that take, so it wouldn't really be much of a debate.
Damn you, Adam. Okay. God damn.
Right. All time I would say Kevin Durant, but right now, no.
You could argue that that DeAndre Ayton is a top 10 step. No, you guys don't know that. Want to know about that? That Jalen Hurts. No. That Daniel Jones.
I got one. How about this?
What?
How about this? This is a spicy one. Is Jalen Hurts a top 5 quarterback in the league?
Alex.
He's obviously gonna say yes. I'm gonna say no.
Alex, you better win. Because even though I hate Jalen Hurts, he's a top. Alex, no, that's a dumb pick, Adam. That's that's a top 5. You will lose. You did win an Eagles expert. You sure you want to do that?
Alex,
Adam, I'm trying to save you. Adam, I'm trying to save you from losing.
That's what you say.
Fine. Let's get to it.
Okay.
Adam,
it is on.
All right. I'm gonna set it up. Let me set it up. Ladies and gentlemen, for our hot take of the episode, we're going with Jalen Hurts as a top 5 quarterback. Ladies and gentlemen, my two fly boys, my two homies are going to go at it. Mr. Adam Grassani versus Alex Rich. Let's get it going. You guys will get each 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to give you 3 rounds. Boom, 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 to make your beginning, middle, and end.
No rounds. They're just
Not
Alex
3
gets a
rounds.
turn,
3
I
rounds.
get a
Good.
turn, then we debate.
No,
That's
three
how it
rounds.
works.
You get two,
We're not doing 3 rounds. That's
2
bullshit.
rounds. Shut up. I'm in charge of this hot take. Shut it, bitch. You do as you're told.
We're
I'm the
doing
captain
1
now.
round each and then a debate, right? All right, here are the 3 rounds. First round, Alex goes. Next round, I go. Or if you want, you can swap them. And then third round is me and him head to head.
You guys ready?
Ready?
Since Alex is the Jalen Hurts fan, I'm gonna let Adam go first. Go ahead, buddy.
You're gonna let me go first?
Yep.
Okay, let me go ahead by saying this. Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback. Jalen Hurts, yo, the Eagles, yo, Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback. I'm gonna say this. I am gonna say this, but I will say, I think he's starting to get kind of overrated here. Like, I've heard some people say he's the second best quarterback in all of football. And when I hear takes like that, I'm sorry. I have to hit the pause button because as good as Jalen Hurts is, when I think of the best quarterbacks in football, I think of guys that do it, that put up excellent numbers and can carry their team, and that can carry their teams. You look at Patrick Mahomes. Who does Patrick Mahomes have to throw a football to? Look at Josh Allen. Who does he have other than Diggs? Who does he have? Joe Burrow has some really nice weapons, but you look at his sticks. Their sticks are better than Jalen's. Jalen Hurts had arguably the best wide receiving core last year, and you know what he put up? He couldn't even crack 5,000 yards. He couldn't even crack 4,000 yards passing. He was only able to throw 22 touchdowns passing. So when I look at quarterback
30 seconds, Adam.
At top league, I look at a guy like Joe Burrow, 35 touchdowns, 4,400 yards. I look at Patrick Mahomes, 5,000 yards, 41 touchdowns. Even Josh Allen, 35 touchdowns, over 4,000 yards. I have not yet seen Jalen Hurts dominate like that. So,
all right.
All due respect to the rules of Jalen Hurts, I'll take Mahomes over him. I'll take Josh Allen over him. I'll take Joe Burrow over him. I'll take Trevor Lawrence over him. And before the injury, at least I would have taken Aaron Rodgers over him.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence. Ooh. All right, Alex. Defend Eagle Country. Go.
Okay. So to
Alex, if you make this boring, I'm gonna fall asleep, bro. Speak with passion. This is your quarterback. You better speak with passion. This is a debate, brother. Speak with passion.
Okay.
Make a brother fall asleep.
I'll dominate this. Let's go. So Jalen Hurts is as unique as any quarterback in the last 2 drafts I can remember. I mean, I don't really care of how many passing yards of during the past 2 seasons he has been with the Eagles. But the uniqueness of him, his eye contact with down the field, and not only throwing the football, but actually making big yardage of rushing by himself, and having the ability to with him having the ability to have the whole field by himself offensively is a really talented strength of his, and he's got some great playmakers in Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert, to name a few. And I feel like even though you might not think that he's a top 5 quarterback, I would definitely put him in the slot of 4 or 5.
Now debate. Ready?
All right, so Alex, when you say you put him in the slot of 4 or 5, who would you? Let me ask you right now. Who would you take? Unbiasedly as the Eagles fan, who would you take over Jalen Hurts right now?
I would take I would say Joe Burrow.
Yo, bro, that's one.
Oh, you mean like in order?
Yeah, yeah. Give me the list. Give me the list.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So number one, Pat Mahomes.
obviously,
Number two, Joe Burrow.
I would say that.
Number three, Jalen Hurts.
So
Number
you would
four,
have Jalen Hurts third.
yeah,
I'm good. All right, all right, all right. Who would you have fourth?
I would have Josh Allen.
Okay, and who would you
And
have fifth?
fifth, I would have um I guess I would have to go with Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Oh, okay, that's
Alex, you just said Justin Fields is the top 5 quarterback.
yeah, that's kind of cap.
Alex, I was going to help you, man, but
Oh, actually, I would have to go with maybe Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's safe. Hey,
He just took Rodgers out. Okay, that's a good list.
all right.
He-
I would have gone Mahomes. I would go Mahomes 1, Burrow 2. I'll put Allen 3. I'll put Lawrence 4, and I'll put Rodgers 5. When healthy, at least I would have
right.
had Hurts just barely out of the top 5 at number 6, because that's just my one concern with Hurts. Not only is that he did not put up great numbers last year on a completely stacked team. What about this year when his team is still amazing? Don't get me wrong, but they've lost obviously a couple plays due to the Super Bowl tax. So obviously he's not gonna have as much talent around him. He still has Devontae Smith. He still got AJ Brown. He still got Dallas Goedert, but I'm just not sure. With all pieces they lost, I'm just not sure if Hurts is the guy that can truly, carry a team the way Mahomes can, the way Burrow can, the way and the regular season at least Josh Allen can.
Can I add in?
And what I believe Trevor Lawrence is going to be able to do.
Can I add in?
Go ahead.
Carrying the team, didn't he carry his Eagles team to the Super Bowl last year?
He does got a point,
bro. Look, I'm gonna be dead ass with you. He had Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, and arguably the best defense in football. Daniel Jones probably could have carried that team to the Super Bowl.
Cap Adam, that's cap, and you know it.
After his
maybe not Daniel Jones, but you get what I mean,
Hold up.
After the performance he put in the season opener, I would not say that.
One game, buddy. One game.
All right. Last arguments. Go.
All right, Mike. So that's just my 4 point. I think Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback, but I just don't see him as in the elite of the elite tier. That's basically my. I just don't think his numbers are good enough. And I'm just not convinced. I'm just not convinced that he can be the guy that can. Can. I'm just not convinced that he can be the guy that can put up stout numbers without excellent talent around him.
I disagree. I think he's one of the best talented quarterbacks to play in this era in the NFC East, and I think that you can absolutely nail it as him being a legit performer.
Wow.
And
I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
I think you're going to see growth this year that his ability of being the quarterback for Philly is going to be a little more vicious than last season, and especially the way his ability with eye coordination down the field and both passing and rushing. And I think that this type of uniqueness will help him be a surprise to you, Adam, of how well of a real quarterback he is.
Yeah. Let me just say, if he goes out there this year and throws for 4,000 yards and throws for 30 touchdowns, I will gladly I will eat crow. I will gladly eat crow on that, you know. I mean, even though I don't like the Eagles, I will eat crow on that because I do like Jalen Hurts. He seems like, you know, a really, good dude. But one thing I did want to say to you, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn it.
All right, debate over.
All right.
All right, man. I got two things to say. There was no passion in this hot take. It was so boring. You guys were like this and this. Do you guys know what a hot take debate is?
I think I put some energy into it.
Not really. Y'all just sucked.
I just didn't put as much energy as I usually do into my hot take.
It was god awful. Honestly, Alex could have won this argument easily. Only thing he had to say was 3,000 yards in 22 touchdowns. But Adam brought some heat too, a little bit of heat. And that was the only thing I was looking for. And Alex didn't mention that. Adam, you put Trevor Lawrence in your top 5. That's just a disgrace, and you know it.
Alex put Justin Fields in his top 5. That alone
y'all both are disgraces.
Hot take.
You automatically failed. So this is like a lose-lose for me. At least Alex woke me up when he said Justin Fields was top 5 quarterback. That blasphemy should win automatically. But you guys both said terrible quarterbacks.
So what you're saying is we both lose.
At least we didn't. Yeah, at least we both didn't say Dak Prescott.
At least we didn't say that.
I'll say Dak Prescott's a top 10 quarterback. I didn't say he's top 5.
Top 10, I'll give you. Top 10, I'll give you.
I didn't say he was top 5. You guys were putting.
Oh yeah, here's what I was gonna say, Alex. When you said that, he's gonna be the best quarterback in the NFC. There's honestly, Alex, there's not much competition for that title. Literally, there's Jalen Hurts and who else in the NFC?
Him and Dak.
All right, okay, Dak. Who else? Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith, Derek Carr.
Maybe Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, maybe when the third best quarterback, when the third or second best quarterback in the entire conference is a maybe. That should just tell you how bad, the NFC is with quarterbacks.
So basically, for my vote, y'all both lose, honestly. Y'all both should get a losing record for this hot take.
All right, how is this, Michael? I'll make you a deal. When Sam comes back, he'll be the tiebreaker.
Nope. That'll be at least a month, so no. We voted
No. Our next episode, we're planning to have next episode Sunday, so he can come on. Well, I'll probably edit this out.
No.
Sam can't do weekdays anymore. He's going back to college. He can only do weekends.
I know what we can do. We can do a prediction for over or under of the passing yards for Jalen tomorrow night.
Okay. Here's what I'll say. Okay. Over, under, let's see. I set the benchmark at 4,000 yards at and 30 touchdowns. So we'll set the over to 300,399.5, and we'll set the over under for the touchdowns at 29.5.
Guys, we're gonna flip a coin to see who won this
Oh,
hot take.
I meant in tomorrow night's game, not the whole season.
Tomorrow night's game? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yo, guys, we're gonna flip a coin to see who won. Alex, heads or tails?
Heads.
It's heads.
I lost on a freaking coin toss. God damn it.
Because it was that awful. Both your hot takes were your opinions were boring. So Alex wins.
Honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this. This is worse than rigging the system. This is worse because at least with rigging the system, it's like, okay, you're actually putting effort into something. I lost this time on a coin toss. A coin toss. A freaking coin toss.
Your hot takes were that bad. You needed a coin toss. Adam, both your takes were bad. You needed this coin flip because I was refusing to go on the vote, honestly.
Hold on, give me a break. Well, no, but I'm just gonna plug in my charger, right? I'm using me plugging my charger as an excuse because I need a break.
Adam is smoking. Going out for a smoke, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, of all the hot takes I could have gave you a better hot take than that. A debate. Hey, you guys want to redeem yourself so y'all can do well? You guys want to redeem yourself?
I'm done for the night.
Now redeem yourself.
Nah, I'm done for the night.
You could have debated why Kobe is better than Steve Nash of all time. You could have debated on that, on leadership qualities. That would have been a hot take. Damn.
I have Kobe over Steve Nash, so I can't do that.
You could have said that Doc Rivers is an overrated coach.
That's not really a hot take. That's not really really a hot take.
Compared to this hot take, anything would have sound good. Anything would have sound good. Alex, you had one chance to beat him. You could have literally just said Jalen Hurts threw over 3,000 yards. That's all you had to say. Because Adam would have been started. Alex, why you didn't think about that? Now he's quiet. You could have just said that. You would have won easily. Thank you, stupid moron. And you're an Eagle fan? That's all you had to say, my brother. And Adam, you big Boy Scout, you could have won literally if you said that. How did the Eagles lose in the Super Bowl with two of the greatest wide receivers? I would have voted for that. But no. You both failed.
Well, maybe next time give me more than 2.5 minutes, okay?
That's perfect time for a debate. That's what they do on ESPN. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I gave you 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's literally 3 minutes, motherfucker.
Okay.
Now we're going to talk about it now because you both gave me a headache.
All right, we're moving on.
We're moving up to the Black House.
All right, we're moving. Okay, guys, I did not have this on the script. I did not have this on a script, but it did come up to my mind. Michael, Alex, did you want to talk about the Kevin Porter story?
Oh my God, what an idiot. Making millions of dollars and you fucking up the bag. And your girl, the NBA, the NBA has a strict policy on hitting women.
Yeah, it's just
You fucking up your bag, my boy.
yeah. We're not going to spend that much time on this, really. I mean, so if you haven't heard the reports about Kevin Porter Jr., we're not going to mention the details here. Go find them out yourself. I mean, the allegations against him, against his girlfriend, a former WNBA player. I mean, it's disturbing. That's all we're gonna say. It's disturbing, and it's just like it's like, and this isn't just for Kevin Porter Jr. This also applies. We literally mentioned a couple episodes ago. All the stuff that came out about Julio Urias and Wander Franco. It's just that these guys make millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, and they can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. They can't. It's like you're making all this money playing a dreams game, and you can't help yourself but like beat up your significant other or go make relationships with 14-year-olds. It's like I will never understand how people can be so stupid and throw away their entire careers, or at the very least risk their entire careers, over this stuff.
You fucking up the bag, like goddamn.
Yeah. Did you hear the report by Shams today?
What Shams?
He said that the Rockets are working on to trade Kevin Porter Jr. Yeah, good luck with that.
No team want him now.
It's like the only way I could maybe see a trade working is if it's like a salary dump deal, and the team they traded to immediately releases him. That's the only way I could see that working. But then again, I did want to say, because we all saw like the Miles Bridges story, and it looks like he's gonna come back to the Hornets. We all know how much of a stud Porter Jr. is like on the court. I mean, similar to like except for the a couple episodes ago, how Deshaun Watson, all that shit came out about him. He gets $230 million. So again, I'm wondering, same thing with the old Urias and Franco. Let's say the Rocks do get rid of him. Will there be a team, out there that will give him a chance?
Guys,
again, they shouldn't. I'm not saying they should. In fact, I believe they shouldn't. But we all know how this industry works. As Michael K says, talent is the ultimate deodorant.
Guys, let's just be real too. If what's that dude that the rapist, Trevor Bauer?
Trevor Bauer. He's in Japan now.
Guys, let's just be real. If they gave him a chance, then niggas may go to Japan or China to get a deal.
Yeah, well, like Japan, China, Mexico, let them. I don't care about them. Do whatever they want. They want to hire these abusers. That's their problem. All right, but yeah, another very disturbing story. So get that out of the way. So I was gonna talk a little bit about the Giants here, and then the Giants here. I mean, this game, against the Cardinals. I've said it before. I mean, I previewed it a little bit last episode, but now I'm really going to preview it this episode. I've said before, I think this is a must-win game. No doubt about it. Like, absolutely no way about it. If the Giants do not win this game, I'll say it right now. If the Giants do not win this game, not only are they not going to the playoffs, I'm going to say right now, I think they're a double-digit loss team.
100%.
Because the Arizona Cardinals stink. The Arizona Cardinals stink. They're without their star player, Kyler Murray. They got rid of what's his name? I forget their wide receiver that's on the Titans now. DeAndre Hopkins. There we go. DeAndre Hopkins, Hopkins. They literally are so bereft of talent. They're literally trying to tank this year. this is clearly their egg this year. And when you really look at the Giants' schedule, they have the Cardinals, and then who else? They have the 49ers. That's probably a loss. You have the Seattle Seahawks after that. That's not a layup. That's not a layup. You have the Dolphins. That's at the very least not a layup, and at worst that's probably a loss. Bills, you could argue it's probably a loss. Commanders not a coin flip. Jets not a coin flip. Raiders not a coin flip. Cowboys definitely not a coin flip. Commanders, not a coin flip. Coin flip. I mean, not coin flip. Not a layup, man. Not a layup. Cowboys not a layup. Commanders not a layup. Patriots, I don't know. We'll have to see how they work this year. But for now, I'll have to say that's not a layup. Packers not a layup. Saints not a layup. Eagles, they're definitely gonna be underdogs. Rams, I don't know about them. And then they finish off the year against the Eagles. So this is quite literally the easiest, the worst team the Giants are gonna face all year. This is the easiest team they have on their entire schedule to beat. Forget what if they don't make a statement in this game, if they don't come out and say, okay, that blowout loss against the Cowboys, it's behind us. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna show what we can really do against arguably the worst team in the NFL. If they don't show up and God forbid lose this game, I'll say it right now. Not only are they not going into playoffs, they're gonna finish with they're gonna finish with double-digit losses. All right. Did either of you want to chime in here?
You good, brother?
All right. Yeah. So. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna rattle off a couple more stories here. I mean, did you guys want me to expand on some of the stuff from yesterday about the Yankees I couldn't do last episode?
Go ahead.
Okay, so the Yankees, the doubleheader. I mean, they take 2 games in doubleheader against the Red Sox. I mean, yay! Yay about that. The doubleheader today. They have to play another doubleheader on Thursday because because the game from Wednesday got rained out. So that's definitely very interesting and very interesting. I'm sure not interesting. Forgive my word choice today, guys. Forgive my word choice today, but yeah, but more on the Dominguez injury. It's just, again, that's the type of thing. It's like similar to the Rodgers injury. It just sums up this 2023 season in a nutshell for the Yankees. When you see we're finally having something good happen for once, we're finally seeing something in this absolute disappointment of a year. We're finally seeing something positive. We're seeing a young 20-year-old top prospect, top outfield prospect come up and literally be the 2023 version of Gary Sanchez. Remember back in 2018 when Gary Sanchez came up and was hitting bomb after bomb after bomb? That was the same vibes I was getting from Jason Dominguez in 2023. Now you hope Dominguez's career goes better than Sanchez's career with the Yankees, but that's neither here nor there. That's obvious, but it's just to see that and just have it taken away. It just sums up this 2023 Yankee season in a nutshell. And the one thing that you really don't really hope is that it doesn't affect Joe. That doesn't have any long-term effects on his career, because Leonard Torres suffered a similar injury. I think we can say he's bounced back act pretty well from that. Some other players I remember hearing someone else I think on the radio, but I'll have to look that up. But MCL, it's a bad injury, but it's not necessarily career. It's not necessarily career threatening. I think so. We'll have to see what happens with the Mingus. But I said last episode, I mean, this 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 is literally, this core is the key to the Yankees, redemption here. The core of Anthony Volpe, the core of Anthony Volpe, the core of Jason Dominguez, Austin Wells, Emerson Pariah, Oswald Peraza. These guys, are the future of the Yankees. And if let's just say two of them, if just two of them can really turn out to be studs, like let's say, for example, the two people that resign on, Volpe and Dominguez. Let's say Volpe becomes a stud shortstop and Dominguez becomes a stud center fielder. All of a sudden, those two bats completely transform your lineup because you have Volpe, with his speed and leading off. You'll have and then you'll have Judge either hitting 2 or 3, and then you have Dominguez, with choice center field, switch hitting, which you all know how much the Yankees desperately need non-right-handed bats, and then Gleyber Torres, and here's my thoughts on Gleyber Torres. With how well he's performed this year, how do you not extend him? How do you not extend him? He's hitting 271, 25 homers, OPS of 8.1. He's literally top 5 in the league in every single major second baseman category. Those type of players, I tweet this out, 25 home run and 800 OPS players don't grow on trees. So that is a guy that I think if you're the type of guy that thinks the Yankees should trade Gleyber Torres, I'm sorry, I very much disagree with you on that. I think this is a guy that you not only I think this is the guy that you extend and you make him part of the score for a long time. He's only 26 years old. You assume he's only gonna get better from here. And yes, his best mistakes can be frustrating. Yes, at times some of his slumps can be frustrating, but with the year he's had, and then he said, how do you not extend him? And like I said, for middle infield, not Gleyber Torres, middle infielders that hit 25 home runs and produce with an OPS of 800 or more, those type of players don't grow on trees. So to those of you who think, the Yankees are just be able to trade Gleyber Torres and replace him, it ain't that easy applying players like Gleyber Torres. It ain't that easy. But one last thing here. But yeah, let's say you do assume sign Gleyber, and then you have him hitting 5, and then the big guy that everyone is talking about, Juan Soto. If you could go after him either in a trade or you sign him in free agency, guys, you look at this lineup. You guys look at this lineup: Anthony Volpe, Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, Jason Dominguez, Gleyber Torres. That 1 through 5, and then you can fill out the rest of the roster with, I don't know, maybe Austin Wells, Jacal Stanton if he has anything left, Rizzo if he has anything left, LeMahieu if he has anything left, or maybe some of your other prospects. That is a team that could compete for a World Series.
I agree with you, brother.
Okay. I always preach when it comes to the Yankees, don't I?
You do.
All right. But Alex, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is there anything we're going to talk about with the Mets? I mean, Max Scherzer, is going to be out for the year. That's the biggest news. I mean, good. I mean, I will say this: good on Billy Epler for making that trade. Good on Billy Epler. That is a genius move. This guy, like I said before, could not pitch in big games they play for the Mets, And now with all these injuries that are coming out of him, good on Billy up for portraying him. That's a really good move on his part. So yeah, Alex, I'm sorry about that, Alex. How are the Phillies doing? I saw they had a really disappointing overtime, not overtime, extra innings loss. I think was it on Tuesday, and then this night they lose again, and they allow the Braves to clinch the National League West. So not National League West, National League East. I'm sorry, National League East. What am I saying? But that's what are your thoughts?
I mean, it was definitely expected. As the Braves came into Philadelphia with a really strong offense and everything went their way, especially on Wednesday night where the offense just completely dusted off, and the Phillies unfortunately couldn't gather themselves with to make it a game. And I think that like when we get to the playoffs, it's going to be a really tough time to get out of the second round, having to face Atlanta again if they advance out of the first round, which I'm really positive they will. But I think that this Atlanta team is for real, and I would not want to play them. Although I know that they will have to play them, but it's definitely going to be a interesting series if it happens, and I wouldn't uh, put my money on Atlanta in the playoffs against the Phillies because the Phillies are a really interesting team that goes up and down, and they fight until the end. And I think that this is momentum of everything that they want to accomplish come playoffs, and this is just motivation for them to continue uh, their goal of beating the Braves again and having the chance to knock them out. But I'm not really that positive that will happen. But we will see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, while those losses were kind of disappointing, especially that extra inning loss, it's like you gotta understand, Alex. It's the Braves.
Yeah.
I mean, the Braves. This Braves team is like the best team that we've seen in baseball. I mean, I would say the best team base that we've seen in a pretty long time. I mean, you just look at
Hmm.
their lineup. You got Ron Acuna Jr., who is just very casually, might add, hitting 37 home runs, 335, and has 65 stolen bases. You have Matt Olson, casually, might add, very, very casually hitting 51 home runs. I mean,
Hmm.
you were talking about the season Matt Olson is having. I mean, like, he is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, another guy he's could have had, and then he passed on. Yes, there were reports that they would have had to give Anthony Volpe the deal, but I mean, I don't know how accurate those reports are. I've heard reports that I've heard mixed reports that say, oh, they raised the man, the Athletics demand Volpe, and then I heard some reports saying, oh, they would be willing to do Graza. All I'm going to say is that if the Yankees had the opportunity to acquire Matt Olson for a package headlined by Oswald Peraza and they pass, I think Brian Cashman should be fired on the spot for that. That is a fireable offense. But that aside, I mean, this just Braves team. I mean, again, there are players that forget like those two. I mean, those two are studs. But look at the line we have beyond that. You have Riley. You've got off field issues aside. You got Ozuna who's having a great year. You got Phillies. You got Garcia. This lineup is just stacked, and the pitching, isn't bad either. You got Strider, you got Charlie Morton, you got Edler. This team is absolutely stacked, and but for the Phillies, I will say this, Alex. I'm gonna warn you in advance as a Phillies fan. If you guys advance to the second round and you lose to this Braves team, there's absolutely no shame in that.
Yeah.
That's why this series loss, there's no shame in it. The Braves are just that good.
I mean, at least they didn't get swept.
That's really the silver line. You should be celebrating the fact that they didn't get swept.
Yeah.
And also the fact that not only did they not get swept, they took 2 games to extra innings. That's also something that, in my opinion, should be celebrated.
Yeah.
How about Trey Turner, though?
Oh my God, he is on another planet.
He is like, what are his numbers, since that thing where the crowd cheered him? All I'm saying is, I remember a couple months ago he was saying 230 or 240. Now he's saying 270. He's got 25 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
OPS of 793. Ridiculous. It's like, what a turnaround for him. And
I found it.
Go ahead.
Here, since the standing ovation, his OPS is up to 757 with a 4.446 slugging percentage.
Wow. Actually, it looks to me his OPS right now is actually up to 793.
Oh, okay.
Now 793 is amazing, but when you consider where it was at, a couple months ago, it's amazing how much he turned the season around.
Yeah. I'm
now,
really into it.
Kyle Schwarber's hitting buzz, but again, get above the Mendoza line, pretty please. I mean, Castellanos has been, he's kind of cooled off a bit, I think. Am I right, Alex? Castellanos?
Castellanos has been in a huge slump, especially at the plate.
Yeah, I thought earlier he was saying close to 300. Now he's down to 270.
Yeah.
Which isn't terrible, but it's like, yeah, it just shows you he's been slumping.
He's been grouting out so much.
Yeah. And then aside from that, I mean, Bryce Harper has just been, I would assume, Bryce Harper.
Yeah, he's finally putting big time contact on the bat of the baseball. So, I'm really anxious to see how he does in the playoffs.
Yeah. He only has 17 home runs, but you gotta give him a pass because he was hurt. He got hurt at the end of the season. But still, you'd like to see him finish the year with at least 20.
Yeah.
All right, Michael and Alex. I'm gonna give you guys a choice here.
Yeah.
You could either go to the bets. We could either talk college football or just go to the bets. Your choice. Talk a little bit of college football here, or just go to the bets.
Let's talk about bets, man. I'm exhausted.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you fine with that, Alex?
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, we can wait.
Yeah. There's nothing really.
We should do it on
football.
Sunday. We should do it on Sunday because
Yeah, there's nothing really college football related, that we can talk about without that we can't talk about Sunday. So, all right, so that's the episode. I mean, I'm still trying to get caught up. I made some progress today, but I'm not quite there yet. So please bear with me. But I do know that well, I knew that my parlay lost, and I know that Michael's parlay lost, and I'm sure, and Alex, I'm pretty sure your parlay lost. So I think due to the rule we made, Michael gets to go for the game of the episode. So you're up. Michael Cunningham. There you are. You got the game of the episode, buddy.
All right, hold up. Don't rush me.
Oh, okay. Then just say you're searching. Just say you're searching. Okay. Good.
We're gonna do a college football episode. We're gonna do. There's no big games on Saturday. All right, I got one. We're gonna do. I got a perfect one. We're gonna do South Carolina versus Georgia.
Come on, that's way too easy.
You're right. That's too easy. We got bigger sport.
The next time we're doing one will be Sunday, so you can do an NFL.
We're gonna do Tennessee versus Florida game.
Tennessee versus Florida. Okay, I can do that.
Now I'm gonna do Tennessee versus Florida. That's it. That's college game day. Where game day's at.
Right. You want Mike, Vikings Eagles?
College game day is at Colorado.
College game is at Colorado?
Yeah.
How come it's not on the schedule? It's not on the football schedule for the week 3.
I think it's at Colorado. Oh, my bad. I was thinking of last week.
Where's game day at this week?
Let me look. Is game day. College game day is 1 second. So the
right.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's Colorado State versus Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
That's week 3. That'll be the game of the episode. Colorado State versus Colorado.
Colorado State versus Colorado. Okay.
That's where game day is at. Adam,
is
you go
either
first.
Team ranked?
Colorado is.
All right. I'm looking them up. Okay, I got it. All right, I'll go Colorado.
Alex?
Colorado.
You gotta go with Colorado. You got Deion Sanders kid who's incredible.
All right. All right, now it's time for my bet here, and I am going right back Because honestly, guys, it's very simple for this team. If not now, then when? If not now, then when? If I don't bet this team now, when am I ever gonna bet them again for the rest of the season? I know they let me down last week, but really, if they let me down again this week, I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably not gonna pick them ever again for the rest of the season. So, if I don't win this week, I'm not gonna pick them again for the rest of the season. So, I might as well just take the chance. I might as well just take the chance here, and I am gonna go ahead and take the New York Giants over the Arizona Cardinals. FanDuel has it -6, but ESPN has it -5. But I always like the alternate spread, so I'm gonna go with the alternate spread. I'm gonna go with the New York Giants 5.5, and we're gonna do a little same game parlay with it, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say Daniel Jones over on the yards. Daniel Jones over the yards. That's I bet. All right, Alex, you're up.
Okay, I am gonna do Eagles money line.
Eagles over Vikings.
And I'm gonna do two college football ones. I'm gonna go with Ole Miss money line against Georgia Tech,
All right.
and
Ole Miss over
Oregon,
Georgia Tech.
yeah, and Oregon money line against Hawaii.
Oregon over Miami.
No, Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, Mike Cunningham. Last up. Go ahead.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the remix. Damn, I can't believe I did this girl back in the
And
day.
for Sam, I'm just gonna put in the Yankees and Ravens money line for Sunday.
All right, I got it. What you said?
No, I said for Sam, I'm gonna put Yankees Ravens money line. That's no consequence to you. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the remix.
And for Marcellus, I mean, are we even doing Marcellus bets anymore?
Just give him
Mets
Coastal
Jets
Carolina.
money line. I'm giving him Mets Jets money line. Done.
All
Go
right,
ahead,
you know what I'm
Michael.
gonna pick? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna do two college football bets. I'm gonna do Texas over Wyoming.
Texas over Wyoming.
I'm
Money
gonna do a
line or
three-bet
spread?
college bet. I'm gonna take him on the money line, but I take him on the spread. That I don't know the spread yet.
Okay, Texas over Wyoming money line. Okay.
I'm gonna do my Bulldogs. Go Dogs, go against South Carolina. I think my dad's gonna kill me for that because I love the Georgia Bulldogs. My dad's from South Carolina, so I will be disowned for life. And I'm gonna do a 3-game parlay, Adam.
And your last one?
Which football team I hate the most? College football team I hate the most.
Does their name begin with an O?
I hate another school more than I hate Ohio State.
Okay. Does it begin with an A?
Correct.
Okay.
Do you want to know what it is? This bet is strictly business. It's
I will
strictly
ask
business.
this. I will ask this. Another question.
This bet is
Did a
strictly.
man by the name of Forrest Gump play for that team?
You picked Forrest. Yeah, it's in the movie.
Yeah, okay. All right, I
You
know
just
what
said
team you're
Jalen
talking
Hurts.
about.
You could have said anybody else. It's strictly Alex. This bet
Yeah.
is strictly business, sweetheart. You know, I consider myself the Lee Corso of the podcast, and Alex is Kurt from College Game Day, and Alex is Reese Davis. So I like hearing that song, "Sweet
Pat
Home
McAfee.
Alabama."
Pat McAfee.
You are not Pat McAfee. Who's Pat McAfee?
Me.
No, you Kirk. You ain't crazy enough. Sam is crazy enough to be Kirk, to be Pat McAfee. And Marcellus is Desmond Howard.
And who's the bet guy?
So I'm gonna go with Alabama on the money line.
Who are they playing?
The Bear guy. They're playing
Yeah.
South Florida.
Alabama. South Florida. Got it. All right, guys. That's all for our bets. That's all for this episode. How's everyone doing? Is life treating you all well?
Tired and go. You don't pay us enough, bitch.
I don't get paid enough for all the. I don't get paid enough. I don't get paid enough. Michael, you don't get paid enough. Alex doesn't get paid enough. Sam doesn't get paid enough. We all don't get paid enough for this podcast.
Going on strike. We're going on strike.
Yeah.
So you start being a cheap boss and pay us the money you owe us. We going on strike.
No, let's all go on strike together. Let's all go to Spotify and strike.
And this was your podcast. So me and Alex will strike on you, brother.
Right. And no. Here's the thing. You guys are gonna strike against me, and then I'm gonna have to strike against Spotify.
Alex, should we go on strike because he don't pay us? The honky don't pay me. The honky doesn't pay me. Though. He's gonna be like,
I
"Damn
love
it,
you guys, but I question whether or not I love you more or I hate you more. It's just something that it's a battle in my soul that I'm fighting over.
Hey Adam, have you ever said the N-word today?
No.
You know what the N-word is, right?
Nintendo, that's the word.
Good boy. Good boy. Because I'm about to smack you across the screen.
Okay. But guys, any final thoughts?
Nope, wrap it up.
No, yeah, let's wrap it up. That's it. That's 180 of Cunningham podcast. Yours truly, Adam Grassani, Nick Cunningham, and Alex Rich, and our special guest, Nick Fariq. If you like what you heard, should leave a like and follow or subscribe to the podcast. Also, enjoy our conversation. Leave a comment to YouTube. You guys watch on social media. We feature right this day in a future episode. All right, friends. Those who introduce us fantasy, the Metro World, leaving it and diving in. See you next time, and until then, stay lit.
And we're out.